Hello, dear students. Welcome to our new session. Today we are studying NCERT 9th Standard Science, Chapter 14, Natural Resources, Part 3. In the Part 1, we have studied about air, water, and soil. Today we will study about biogeochemical cycles, the water cycle and the nitrogen cycle. Let's start the class. Biogeochemical cycles refers to the cyclic flow of nutrients between non-living components and living organisms, which makes the biosphere dynamic but a stable system. Such a cyclic flow involves transfer of matter and energy between the different components of the biosphere. The four major nutrients present in nature are carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen, which constitute about 95% of mass of living organisms. These nutrients are cycled again and again. Therefore, biogeochemical cycles are also known as nutrient cycles. First of all, about water cycle. What is water cycle? It is the process by which water evaporates and falls on the land in the form of rain and later flows back into the sea by the way of rivers. The sun heats water in the oceans. Water evaporates as vapor into the air. Rising air currents take the vapor up into the atmosphere where cooler temperatures cause it to condense into clouds. The clouds get blown by the wind. When they get heavy enough, it rains. Rainwater flows into rivers and fills them up for us and other creatures. And the rivers carry the water back to the sea to renew the cycle of water. Water is also released by plants. How? Through the process of transpiration into the atmosphere. Water during the water cycle flows through or over rocks containing soluble minerals. Some of these minerals get dissolved in the water. Thus, rivers carry many nutrients from the land to the sea. These nutrients are then used by marine organisms. Water can be seen in water cycle in all three different states. In gaseous state, it is in the form of water vapor. In liquid state, it is in the form of rain. In solid state, it is in the form of snow. Next topic is about the nitrogen cycle. It is the cyclic process by which nitrogen passes from its elemental form present in the atmosphere into simple molecules in the soil and water that can enter the living beings and form complex molecules in them. These complex molecules are then broken down again to release nitrogen back into the atmosphere. Our atmosphere contains 78% of nitrogen gas. It is present in all living organisms as structural components in the form of proteins, amino acids, nucleic acids, and some vitamins. Nitrogen cycle involves 5 steps: nitrogen fixation, nitrogen assimilation, ammonification, nitrification, and denitrification. Nitrogen fixation is the process of converting atmospheric nitrogen into water-soluble nitrates and nitrites. This is done by nitrogen fixing bacteria that may be free living, for example, Acetobacter, or symbiotic, for example, Rhizobium. Most commonly, the nitrogen fixing bacteria are found in the root nodules of leguminous plants such as cereals, peas, beans, etc. Atmospheric nitrogen can also be converted into soluble nitrates and nitrites by physical processes such as lightning, during which high temperature and pressure created in the air convert nitrogen into oxides of nitrogen. These get dissolved in water to give nitric and nitrous acids, which fall on land along with rain. These are then utilized by various life forms. Nitrogen assimilation is carried out by plants. Plants absorb nitrate and nitrites and form amino acids that are used to make proteins. Other complex compounds containing nitrogen are formed in other biochemical pathways. Animals can take organic nitrogen from plants directly or indirectly. Next step is the ammonification. It is the process of production of ammonia either by the decomposition or breakdown of dead plants and animals or complex organic matter. Both the processes are carried out by microorganisms living in the soil. For example, fungi, bacteria, etc. Next step is the nitrification. It is the process of conversion of ammonia into nitrites and then into nitrates by nitrifying bacteria. For example, Nitromonas and Nitrobacter bacteria. Then last step is the denitrification. It is the process of reducing nitrates or ammonia present in the soil to molecular nitrogen that gets back into the atmosphere. This is done by microorganisms such as Pseudomonas. Then what are the importance of nitrogen fixation? Most of the living organisms are unable to use atmospheric nitrogen directly. The process of nitrogen fixation converts this atmospheric nitrogen into ammonia and nitrate, which can be easily taken up and assimilated by the plants. Plants convert this nitrate into amino acids, proteins, and other nitrogenous compounds. In the absence of nitrogen fixation process, these substances which are necessary for structural and functional growth of organisms will not be formed. So, nitrogen fixation is an important factor. Nitrogen cycle is known as perfect cycle in biosphere because it maintains the overall amount of nitrogen content in atmosphere, soil and water. Students, here is the end of the part 3, chapter 14, Natural Resources. Hope all of you understood well. Thank you and have a nice day.